Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, there's a saying that goes, the nail that sticks out will be hammered down. The nail that sticks out will be hammered down. So now this seems to be the situation between Ambode and Tinubu, because of course Tinubu has completely now caged this guy, but now not satisfied with caging him, he's still after him to completely beat him completely out of existence. So with that, I bring you this: EFCC raids Ambode's house in Lagos. So that's the headline: EFCC raids Ambode's house in Lagos. So now let's get into exactly what happened. Anti-graft operatives on Tuesday morning entered the residence of former Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode, raiding the building as part of an ongoing corruption investigation. It was confirmed from EFCC spokesperson Tony Orilade that Mr. Ambode is under corruption probe a few months after he left office. The residence of Mr. Ambode in his hometown of Epe was being searched as of 9:35 a.m. when Mr. Orilade confirmed the development. The residence of the former governor's chief of staff in the same Epe neighborhood was also being searched. Billions of naira were allegedly misappropriated in the 4 years that Mr. Ambode was in office, and detectives have been busy trying to untangle all webs around the alleged corruption. About 2 weeks ago, multiple bank accounts holding billions and linked to Mr. Ambode were frozen as part of the probe. Mr. Ambode denied links to both the accounts and any allegations of corruption whilst in office. So now that's the opening salvo. So now the EFCC have now gone to Epe to raid the residence of Akinwumi Ambode, and of course they would not have done this without the explicit go ahead from the kingmaker and the king-in-chief of Lagos State. We did not name any names. We all know who we are talking about, of course, Tinubu. So now this is the latest development in the yawa that is befalling the life of Akinwumi Ambode, the immediate past governor of Lagos State. So now let's go on to the next headline so that we can just add a bit more flesh to this storyline. So this is the next headline: we did not raid Ambode. This is now EFCC now adding detail to exactly what happened. So that's the next headline. We did not raid Ambode's residence, and this is attributed to EFCC. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has denied raiding the residence of ex-governor of Lagos State Akinwumi Ambode. Below is a statement signed by EFCC spokesman Tony Orilade. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has since early hours of today been inundated with calls that the operatives of the commission raided the residence of the former governor of Lagos State Akinwumi Ambode. We need to state for the record that the EFCC did not raid Ambode's house. It is instructive that his administration, like other former governors, is under investigation, since they no longer constitutionally enjoy immunity against prosecution. The commission hereby states with high sense of responsibility that the operatives did not raid Ambode's residence. Whatever the commission is presently doing with regards to the investigation is in line with its mandate and the rule of law. We wish to inform the social media to be circumspect in the reportage of any news with regards to investigation activities of the commission. As a tradition, the commission does not carry out investigation on the pages of newspapers or through the media. Our operations are always covert until a time when we file charges in court. Therefore, the attempt to cast the commission in a bad light is unacceptable, as the EFCC will never engage in illegal act. We remain committed to the war against corruption. So now this is now the EFCC feeling the pressure, because you have to remember, of course, that Ambode is a very popular man not only in Lagos State, but really in the whole of Nigeria, because out of all of the muck that is the Nigerian state, is the one shining light that came out of that 4 years, because he was a performer and his performance was visible. So he wasn't actually telling you what he was doing, you could see what he was doing. So the residents and the people, the Lagosians, they could physically see what this guy was doing. He was building the roads and he was on the streets with the workers building the roads. So every time you pick up a newspaper or look at a news clip, this guy was at a road inspecting it, and then he will go back to that road to show you the latest stage of development, and then when that road is completed, he will go and open that road and you will see it. So from start to finish, he documents it visibly, and the people can see it, and the people can actually use it as well. Like I always cite the example of the airport road, which is done completely to a fantastic standard, and this is something that repeats all the way through the whole of Lagos State, just in the 4 years that this guy was there. So this guy was the one shining light that came out of the 4 years of darkness of the Buhari regime, the first 4 years of darkness of the Buhari regime. This is one person that the whole of Nigeria are sort of in agreement that he did well, and he did not really do well, he only did his job. But in Nigeria, doing your job even is doing well in government. So that guy now, everybody is watching him and they are saying, look, now if you need to be going after anybody in Lagos State, we really know who is stealing the money in Lagos State. So if you are brave enough and you are saying you are anti-corruption, then go to the person stealing the money and not the person doing the job. So now these people are feeling the pressure now to the point that they've immediately had to issue a press statement on the very day that they went to raid this guy's house. And make no mistake, they raided his house. So now this is now the response from the people saying enough is enough. So let's go on to the third headline, because this is a three-part storyline. Of course it carries on, but this is the introductory three-part. So now the next headline: Ambode's kinsman neighbor prevent EFCC raid of former governor's house. So that's the next headline. So this is the last headline in this three-part story. Ambode's kinsman neighbors prevent EFCC raid of former governor's house. So now let's see how the community responded to the raid. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission have been barred from entering Ambode's house in Epe by his neighbors and kinsmen. The EFCC stormed the house of the ex-governor as part of an investigation of its administration. In a video obtained by reporters, some residents of Epe could be heard asking where the operatives of EFCC were in a bid to chase them out of the community. A woman was heard saying in Yoruba, they were unable to do anything there. It is good that they did not do anything. An individual recording the attempted raid said the EFCC operatives ran away, boasting that the people of Epe would not allow the commission to enter Ambode's house. He said, "You can see what is going on now. The Epe people did not allow them to enter the house. They ran away. Epe people will not allow this. It will not happen. They all ran away. Leave Ambode's house." However, the EFCC said it was acting within the confines of law. It is instructive that his administration, like other former governors, is under investigation since they no longer constitutionally enjoy immunity from prosecution. So they say prosecution, but of course this looks like a persecution. Whatever the commission is presently doing with regards to the investigation is in line with its mandate and the law. So we've read all that bit. Let's go on to the next bit that we've not yet read. The EFCC alleged it traced and froze 9.9 billion in 3 accounts domiciled in First City Monument Bank, Access Bank, and Zenith Bank, with the bank number, with the account numbers, and then it lists their account number respectively. According to the commission, the accounts are managed by Adewale Adesonya, permanent secretary in the office of Chief of Staff to the governor of the state on behalf of the state during Ambode's administration. The anti-corruption agency had denied raiding the former governor's Epe's house in a statement today. So then it goes on to give us the statement which we have already seen. So we're not going to repeat that again. So really, this is now the goings on now. Like I said, as we started, the nail that sticks out will be hammered down. So the nail that sticks out will be hammered down. If there's any governor that they should be raiding, and then that governor certainly is not Ambode, at least Ambode should not be at the top of the list of the activities of EFCC, because we all know where the activities of EFCC should be concentrated. Maybe they should start with Ahmed Ali, the chief of custom, who is tidying up his own pockets in the custom department. All these elements, all these what is his name, the former information minister, Mr. Hale and Hattie. Maybe they should go there, and our own very own Rotimi Amechi, we all know his story. Go to River State. Wike is still looking for that guy till today. So all of these elements, maybe they should go to Kaduna and have words with El Rufai. So these are the people first that they should go visit, instead of coming to try to intimidate Ambode. But the people of Ekpe, of course, did the needful and chased them out of the community. And by the way, I'm not in support of anybody preventing the law enforcement agencies from carrying out their duty. But really, the people of Ekpe have now said enough. But what says you? Conversations in the comment section is what I am inviting. What says you? Are you in support of this raid, or what are your views? Come have a conversation with me around this in the comment section. But before you come have that conversation with me in the comment section, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, carry on with you there. But here I say peace.